Good evening and welcome to the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It all started here and at the moment it is ending here. Semi-final number 2, Emirates Blues taking on Sharjah. It's going to be a cringe thriller because number 2 and number 3 teams, so closely matched, are going to be locking horns. Without any further ado, let's head to the sidelines where Raees Ahmed was with the two captains.
It's toss time here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium for semi-final number 2 coming your way. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What an exciting day of cricket we have for you, the knockout stages. It's the match number 2 semi-finals, the game between Sharjah and Emirates Blues taking place. To my left, I've got the men that matter. Captain of Emirates Blues, Ahmed Tariq, along with the captain of Sharjah, Mr. Khalid Shah, along with our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. I believe it's going to be Ahmed Tariq who will be flipping the coin. Tails is the call. It's a tail. Khalid, congratulations, you won the toss. Big game. What plans ahead?
We'd like to bowl first here, especially looking at our strength and obviously looking at their strength and weaknesses. So I think bowling first will be a good decision on this particular match.
Well, has it drawn any concern for you from the previous game? You've seen Dubai already securing themselves a spot in the finals, batting first. What are your thought processes with bowling first here?
Well, it's just we have to back our strength, and especially having my main players back in the squad and knowing my players very well. They are capable of doing well in the big games. When you have the likes of Raees and Ahmed, obviously two of the best batters in UAE currently. So that makes me in good position, and actually that's the reason why I'm absolutely fine with batting second.
Well, Khalid, Sharjah has been peaking just at the right time in the tournament. All important semi-finals. What do you think is a good score to limit them to and that you'll be comfortable chasing?
Well, we'll try to defend. We'll try to restrict them anywhere around 115, 120 because the wicket looks like a true wicket to bat on. So we are particularly sure because even we almost chased down 160 against Dubai. So any target on this particular wicket will be absolutely fine to chase it down.
Well, big game, Khalid. All the very best and go well for the semi-finals. Ahmed, you've lost the toss, but what would have you done had you won it?
We wanted to bowl first as well, but it's fine seeing the first game Dubai bat first and they've won it. So hopefully looking to post a big total and then chase it down, defend it down in the second innings.
Well, you have certainly pulled beyond your weight. Table toppers at number 2, just behind Dubai. Well, once again, you're going up against Sharjah, a team that's certainly been on the up. What are your plans in this and what do you think is perhaps a good score here?
Yeah, I think we've got a very good bowling lineup as well to defend the target. So hopefully score above 120 plus and then inshallah chase it down, defend it in the second innings.
Well, I wish you all the very best, Ahmed, and go well for the game.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. It's the captain of Sharjah, Khalid Shah, has won the toss and he's elected to bowl first in this all-important semi-finals number 2 coming your way.
Dubai have one leg in the finale, which is that other leg going to be Emirates Blue, starting off with Saurav Jangra and Ahmed Tariq right at the top. Ahmed Tariq would like to get some runs to his back. Tanir Suri, as explosive as he can get. Aftab Alam, Daniel Liaquat with his striking capabilities. Usaid Amin as well, great striker of the cricket ball. Awais Ali Shah, Tahir Zaman, Matiullah Khan, Shehbaz Ali, Mohammad Hunain Munawar with his leg spin. It's a good side, Emirates Blues. They've been one of the sides to watch out for in the tournament. And then when you're talking about Sharjah, it's all going to be starting with the batting of Raees Ahmed and Khalid Shah, two very attacking batters that complement one another. Mohammad Halan is a good striker. So is Raees Ahmed. Haider Razak with his pace will be very effective. Sanjay Pahal, Ayan Khan, Mohammad Nafiz, Wasim Akram, Ibrahim Masood, Ali Yar Mohammad. It's an equally competitive side of Sharjah. The number 2 and number 3 finishers on the table through the group stage, and that's where both these sides would want to have an early advantage in this contest. It is all going to be starting with Sharjah looking to bowl first. They won the toss and they've elected to bowl first, and it's a no-brainer. In the afternoon, there will be a little bit of extra grip and turn. It's a dry wicket. Don't take me wrong, it's a batting paradise, no two thoughts about it. You need to get 110, 120 maybe on the board to pose a challenge, maybe north of that as well. And that is where that extra bit of pressure in the shortest of formats, that's the 10-over format. And that's where maybe Sharjah wants to put Blues under that pressure. They're a brilliant chasing side because Khalid Shah is in great nick, so is Raees Ahmed. And right at the top, Wasim Akram with his left arm pace will be very effective. Can they pick up early wickets? Ahmed Tariq has not got a lot of runs to his back, and that's where he would want to make an impact in this game. We've already seen in the first semi-final, Nilanj Keswani promoted up the order and immediately got the most impactful innings of the entire Emirates D10. So much of entertainment that has been provided over so many days, 7 teams, 42 games. And it all comes down to the final day. Semi-final 1 has been won convincingly, dominatingly by Dubai. It was up against Abu Dhabi. What does semi-final number 2 have to offer? We're almost ready to go here. Raees Ahmed just making sure that he gets his angles right. In many ways, this has been a year for the team that holds the black kit, Desert Vipers. What a win that was in the ILT20 in the black and green kit. And now we have Sharjah that are in the black and red. Is the trend going to continue? Wasim Akram charging in. What a delivery, what a start for Sharjah. Unbelievable. A wicket of the very, very first delivery. Did get a little bit of late movement into the right-hander. And the batter was looking to play through the line. Deflection of the pads. Timber disturbed. Sharjah has a dream start here in the all-important semi-final number 2. They will take it with 2 hands and they will have a big smile on their face. Saurav Jangra, who's been so impactful in the previous couple of games, is going to be walking back for a golden duck. What a start for Sharjah. What a way to welcome Rizwanur Rahman in the comm box, the voice of UAE. He'll have a big smile on his face. Why not? Action on offer here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. Just not disappointed. The final day, the best of the lot.
Well, absolutely. What a start for Team Sharjah. They've opted to bowl first. They've come with a plan. And what a start. Wasim Akram right on the money. They've got the better of Saurav, who was looking devastating, dangerous in the final games of the league stage. Aftab Alam walks out at number 3. This is a dream start for Team Sharjah. The idea will be right. They would like to restrict them under 90 or 95. They have plenty of batting team. Sharjah, Raees Ahmed, Khalid Shah, Mohammad Alan. Look at that delivery. What a delivery. Trying to play across the line. We more often than not, we've always say this. You've got to play with straight bat in the early phase. And trying to play across the line. Wasim Akram gets the better of Saurav. Tanish Suri alongside Aftab. He was absolutely magnificent. The player of the match in the final game of the league stage for Emirates Blues up against Dubai. He was absolutely magnificent, running, getting scores to all corners of the park. And talking about the batting depth of Team Sharjah, they have Raees Ahmed, Keshav Sharma, Sanjay Pahal. They are a very strong side. As we anticipated, one finalist is locked. Dubai have made their way to the grand finale.
Beating the outside edge of Tanish Suri, he would want to be a little cautious because 1 wicket down very early in the contest. They don't want to give an upper hand to Sharjah.
Look at the surface, looking absolutely magnificent. That sheen that we always talk about, the Sharjah wicket, hitting the deck really hard. Wasim Akram, Khalid Shah marshalling the troops to perfection. And we've seen significant contributors when you talk about the team Sharjah. They stood tall throughout the tournament. That's been pumped towards the offside. Nafees could not get to the reach of the ball. And it will be the first boundary for Team Emirates Blues.
Needed something to work in their favour. Some width. And Chirag is too good a player to miss out on that opportunity. Firmly struck through the offside. First boundary for the Blues. A little bit of extra spite in the bowling of Wasim Akram compared to the previous 2 games. You can see him bending his back hard. Why not? Because all-important semi-final, the final phase of this tournament, tonged really well on the leg side. Will go for a maximum. Tanish Suri is a player to watch out for. It was a half-tracker and it's going to be punished. End of the first over, 11 for the loss of 1. Blues.
Ali into the attack. That will be a wide. Kashif Billah, the Empire. With the fighting fire with ice. Team Emirates Blues. That was tonged by Tanish Suri in the previous over of the final delivery. He's in some form for Emirates Blues.
What a win for Dubai. 82-run margin in the semi-final 1. Setting the standards even higher for semi-final number 2. What do we expect by 2 teams that are evenly matched? Razwan, pressure certainly has to be on the side that is bowling first.
Yeah, they've opted to bowl first, given the kind of strength they have in the bowling department. Good effort in the field. Nafees, the youngster, saving 3 runs for the team. Timely dive. This is what you expect in a semi-final. And you can see the skipper walking to him just to applaud the effort that's been put in by the youngster.
It's a crunch moment, especially in the power play. You don't want to let the opposition get away. And that's where you want to use your best options right in the first 2 overs. And then it is debatable whether you want to save your best options right to the end. Over the top. 1 bounce into the ropes using the pace of Ali. At the moment, Tanish Suri is making merry.
Well, he's unstoppable. He's been brilliant. He's continuing his rich vein of form from yesterday. That was pace on. And he's guided that to perfection towards the widest deep third region. Despite losing that wicket, they are on a roll. Tanish Suri is absolutely magnificent. He's unstoppable. Sharjah will have to find this youngster. Got protection in there. He's off to a flyer. 15 of 6 deliveries, Tanish Suri.
They need a wicket more at the moment, Sharjah. And for the Blues, they need Aftab to come to the party very quickly. They want to get somewhere close to 30 in the power play. 3 balls remaining. Need a boundary here from the bat of Aftab. Erring in line will be required to reload.
Yeah, just completely missing out on that occasion, trying to produce a slow one. And we've seen that more often than not. Bowlers tend to lose their focus. It's been a okay sort of an over so far. 8 runs already off it. He needs to finish off well. After we know how destructive he can be. Plenty of batting to come. Shehbaz Ali, Dania Liaquat. We've seen Usaid Amin contributing. Taimur Ali. They have a power-packed, star-studded batting lineup to say the least for Team Emirates Blues. Full toss straight down the ground. That will be a boundary.
Much needed boundary. Don't want to be wasting any time in the power play. Aftab comes to the party as well. Yes, it was a full toss, but still had to be put away. Did well to get some good bat onto it as well. It's a decent start for both the sides. They won't be complaining about it.
Yes, still even Stevens at the moment. You're absolutely right. They've got the wicket. They've got the runs. But this is going to be a cracker of a contest. I can tell you that for sure. A good shot from Aftab. Protection in there. Halan does well to restrict them just for a single. What do you reckon will be a total, Pranav, that Sharjah would not mind chasing it down?
Anything sub 120. I think that's a total that Sharjah wouldn't mind. Anything above 120, even if it's 121, that's a psychological advantage for the Blues.
Yeah, that buffer of 20, I get that. Played along the carpet. 14 runs conceded of it. End of the power play. 2 overs gone. 25 for 1.
Wasim Akram. Lovely use of pace. I'm falling in love with the technique and quality of Tanish Suri. Made it look so simple. It wasn't to start off with.
Class, magnificence personified. It's aesthetically pleasing to watch him perform there. Look at that. And he looks so comfortable in executing those shots, Pranav. Tanish Suri, 20 of 8. Khalid Shah, he'll have to wear his thinking cap on. He's quite strong towards the square of the wicket on the offside. And he's got protection in there. But still he manages to pierce the gap.
Wasim Akram starts off with the boundary. Once again, back of lane, then outside the off stump. There is ample amount of protection on the offside for him. This is a very very decent start for both these sides. Lights have come on. The stadium is beautiful in general, but once the lights come on, the Sharjah Cricket Stadium is aesthetic. It's the best.
Most certainly. And the lights, the ball tends to come on nicely onto the bat. Wasim Akram into his second over. We'll have to wait for the umpire's decision. The finger goes up. Wicket number 2 for Sharjah. Rithya Arvind holds on to it. Aftab will have to depart.
Lovely short delivery. Trying to manufacture something that was not there, Aftab. It was only moments after he touched that delivery that the umpire's finger goes up. Aftab, who was looking to join the act with Suri, is going to be walking back for 7 of 5 deliveries. Rithya takes a good catch behind the stumps. Wasim Akram is picking up wickets and picking up wickets at will. Second wicket for Wasim Akram. If you walk into Sharjah Cricket Stadium, at one point of time, Wasim Akram was the biggest wicket-taking consideration performers of the game of cricket. It's not changed much. Just the difference is that Wasim Akram is at the moment probably in Australia or Pakistan, and this Wasim Akram is still shining bright in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
I'll get you up to speed. He's in Colombo. He was calling out the game today between Pakistan and Netherlands. That will be a wide. Even Rithya could not hold on to it. 5 wides there.
Every time that the game goes in balance, a little bit of an advantage comes into for the opposition. On this occasion, ordering in line Wasim Akram by a big margin, not by a small margin, and not much that the wicketkeeper could have done about it. 5 free runs to the Blues. You really want to bring your optimum best when you've got a small advantage in the game.
Oh, absolutely. There was a slow bumper. Remember the match between Sharjah and Emirates Blues where Dania Liaquat fought out till the end. There was an opportunity created that was put down. Khalid Shah was absolutely gutted. He knew the value and the price tag associated with the wicket of Dania Liaquat.
Fierce striker. He's made a name for himself, Dania Liaquat. Crunches it through the offside. There is protection in the deep, so just a single for Dania Liaquat.
Plenty of bowling options for Khalid Shah. Ayan Afzal Khan yet to bowl. We have the likes of Sanjay Pahal and the key bowler who's been part of Gulf Giants in the ILT20 campaign, Haider Razak, also an option. So it'll be interesting to see how Khalid Shah will pan out in the next 7 overs. Currently going at about 12.71 runs an over. Slow one, just a gentle push, and Tanish Suri will retain strike. 3 overs gone, 37 for 2.
Haider Razak comes into the attack. Tall, very strong build. He's made a name for himself in the past 2 years in UAE, especially with his performances in the ILT20, beating the outside edge. Always has a smile on his face. Fierce competitor.
25 years old, tall, lanky, fast bowler, always contributes with the ball. But this will be a very good encounter between Haider Razak and Tanish Suri. And no wonder why he's got his ace bowler into the attack, skipper Khalid Shah. Good delivery, right on the money. Two dot deliveries from Haider Razak.
Just not able to understand at the moment, Blues, whether to go at it or solidify. 2 wickets down. Tanish Suri is obviously a fierce striker of the cricket ball, but still very technically correct. He'll not play something out of the books.
Oh, that is a massive hit. Artillery showers on display here from the blade of Tanish Suri. He took 2 deliveries, understood it, and got the maximum absolutely spot on.
I was in 2 minds yesterday whether Tanish Suri can hit it through the line, yes or no. The clarification's coming with actions in the middle. Tanish Suri, the young talent of UAE. What a tonk that was from the bat of Tanish Suri.
You called it right, isn't it, Pranav? You've mentioned that he plays on the merit. 2 good deliveries. He was absolutely calm. You could see the body language of Tanish Suri. 1 in the slot, it's been hammered.
And this is why our role as a commentator is so important, Rizwan. If you see something and you don't like it and you don't call it, you don't allow an opportunity for the player to improvise and improve in talent. Using the pace of Haider, using it to perfection, an opportunity for the player at short third, but he couldn't make much of an impact. Dealing in boundaries at the moment is Tanish Suri.
Well, he's certainly firing all cylinders here. Another beautiful execution on that low full toss. Fabricating that shot. And as and when that innovation was required, improvisation was required, Tanish Suri was at his best. Well, he's certainly creating havoc here at the Emirates D10 2026.
What a talent, Tanish Suri. The shortest format of the game, just 10 overs. And even in this format, he holds his shape. Cuts really well. This ball is travelling quickly to Ayan Khan, who keeps it down for just a single. What an impactful contest between Sharjah and Emirates Blues.
Oh, absolutely. Now, I think the next option, I believe, without any hesitation, Khalid Shah will probably get in Ayan Afzal Khan, the wonder boy of Sharjah, or probably Halan, just to put a lid on the scoring here. Changes to the field. Fadani Liaqat has got short fine, long leg, deep mid wicket, and a packed offside field. The idea will be to bowl towards the off stump channel. Good delivery, good comeback. End of the over. 4 overs gone, 48 for 2.
The evening in the Gulf, especially in the UAE, gets very, very beautiful. A little bit of cloud scatter, tall buildings in the background. And when you're in the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, it just can't get better. Played to backward point is just going to be a single.
Sanjay Pahal into the attack. He was rested for a couple of games. We know what caliber he possesses. He's a destructive player. Surely known for his massive power hitting capability. Can provide that much needed breakthrough with the ball as well. At the moment, Emirates Blues will be pleased with the current run rate that they're currently scoring at 11.76. This is huge. The moment it hit the willow, the sound said it all. It's gone into the stands. Dania Liaquat unleashes.
What an incredible shot. For a moment, I thought this has gone high up in the air and probably a catching opportunity. Yes, a lot of height, but just good enough distance as well. It's a maximum from the bat of Dania Liaquat. Emirates Blues are probably rushing a little bit, and that would be making Sharjah a little uncomfortable for the situation, for the moment.
You need to find a way to break through here. Oh, look at that. Where he switched on the detonator. That's gone for a maximum. Dania Liaquat with two massive and powerful blows.
If you are a fan of Sharjah, you don't want to see Dania Liaquat in the middle. The first one was a full-blooded tonk. This one just a shorthand jab. But the timing of Dania Liaquat on this occasion, using the pace of Pahal, will be feeling the heat, will be feeling the pressure. Sanjay flicked on the leg side. This has got a lot of height, not a lot of distance, but still will scamper for a couple of runs. For a moment, Dania Liaquat was in trouble for the second run.
Well, he certainly enhanced his reputation over a period of time, Dania Liaquat. He takes a stock of the situation and deals in currency of sixes. At the moment, Blues are looking destructively dangerous. Respecting the good deliveries, this is exactly what we're talking about. You're taking a stock of the situation. You wouldn't want to throw your wicket, trying to provide that extra impetus. It's been brilliant ball striking from both the batters, to say the least.
Seriously, a big moment in this game for Sharjah. Sanjay has leaked 16 runs from this over, still a ball to spare. We'll finish with a dot ball, a pricey dot ball for Sanjay. 5 overs done, 64 for the loss of 2. Blues.
Ayan Afzal Khan into the attack. The wonder boy of Sharjah. Straight away, there's an opportunity created. Will this be taken? Great effort in the field, but he could not latch onto it. Couple of runs is not happy. They're looking for 3, in fact. Clearly, Ayan Afzal Khan absolutely unhappy. Joining me in the com box after finishing his toss formalities. Atiq Nizam, welcome to the com box. What do you make of this game so far?
Well, good evening, all our viewers. Thank you very much for that introduction, Rizwan. Well, the game certainly very well poised, isn't it? Blues going through nicely, striking at almost 13 runs and over. This is up in the air. Fielder coming under, and the catch has been taken. That's a very, very good catch in the deep. And it is a big, big wicket of Daniel Liaquat, who has to walk back to the dugout.
Yeah, that was a short arm jab from Daniel Liaquat. Didn't really commit to that shot. Halan makes absolutely no mistake, and they know how crucial and important wicket it is. Daniel Liaquat, the destructive batter, will have to head back. He scored 18 of 9 deliveries as Blues lose another wicket. Afzal Khan straight away into the act. 2 runs in the first delivery, and he's picked up the prize scalp of Daniel Liaquat. And in comes another quality batter, Usaid Amin, who's contributed towards the major wins of the tournament in this Emirates D10 2026 edition. Good delivery. Wasim Akram, he did pick a couple of wickets, was expensive. Haider Razak was a bit expensive too. And then comes Ayan Afzal Khan. Joining me in the com box is Atiq Nizam, who just took a short break. Welcome back, Atiq.
Well, for the second time in the same over, you welcome me back. So thank you very much for that, Rizwan. Oh, that's cheekily played there. Once again, that risk coming into play, isn't it? This outfield extremely quick. They're thinking of a third, but good decision there to stick to 2 there. Ayan Afzal Khan, well, he started off brilliantly, hasn't he? But Tanish Suri, he will hold the key here for the Blues. Striking it at 200 right now. Blues will certainly rely on him. They've been brilliant throughout the tournament. Here is one. But it doesn't matter what your reputation is previously. It all comes to this moment. But the wicket falls. Ayan Afzal Khan picks up another. It's the second one for the over. And can you believe it? It is the set batter Tanish Suri who has to depart now.
Look at that celebration from Ayan Afzal Khan. He thoroughly deserves it. Well, there was an opportunity. Haider Razak makes absolutely no mistake. They've got the big, big wicket of Tanish Suri, who was striking really well. 2 maximums and 4 boundaries to him. He scored 36 of 19 as we have 2 new batters out at the center. As Blues lose another wicket, 69 for 4.
Blues slightly losing their way at around the halfway mark. Danish Suri, who was batting beautifully, has departed. Now two new batters. Exactly what the Blues did not want. Oh, that was uppish. Single down towards long on. Raees Ahmed gets off the mark. 6 done, it's 70 for 4.
Bro. For 4 after 6, Awais Ali Shah. If I have to tell you in a nutshell, Atik, Dania Liaquat is more refined version of Awais Ali Shah. And Awais Ali Shah does pack a punch. And I tell you what, if he gets going, you could see another replica of Dania Liaquat.
Well, certainly, Raees Ali Shah, he is a very, very good all-rounder to have in your team. Well, he certainly will hold the key here now. Blues certainly tottering now, slightly losing their way in the last couple of overs. Good delivery there on that occasion. Is it Ali? Muhammad Ali. Slightly expensive, gone for 15 runs in the previous over. But once again, Rizwan, we reiterate the fact how Sharjah has peaked at the right moment, isn't it? With the kind of quality that they have in their batting. The likes of Khalid Shah, Ritya Aravind, Sanjay Pahel. They've been brilliant and they certainly completely look like a different side for the second half of this tournament. Nicely flicked off the pads. And that's a poor piece of effort in the deep. What should have just been a single, they've gifted a boundary on that occasion.
Well, he overran it on that occasion. That was a quicker one from Ali. Just overran it. Mohammad Halan, one of the gun fielders of Sharjah. Absolutely right. Supposed to be just that single. Managed to leak 3 extra runs here. You need that bit of luck, and that has gone in favor of Usaid Amin at the moment. And I tell you what, I think if he gets going, they will look forward to go beyond that 120 mark.
Well, very limited time, isn't it? Another 21 deliveries remaining in the innings. Blues, the score has just been pulled back, going at a rate of around 14 runs an over. When Danish Suri was bludgeoning the bowlers to all parts of the park, this is what a wicket could do. 2 new batters out in the crease. Now it's come down to just above 11.5. And if Sharjah can utilize this period of play over the next 1 or 2 overs, try and bring in some dot balls, save the boundaries, just like that. Look at that excellent line and length. Bowling across to the left-hander, it's always a tough task.
Oh, absolutely. They need to find that rhythm. They've just got those wickets as desired. You need to lower the scoring rate. And for batters, I mean, there's no point trying to slow things down. They just have to go after it with 6 wickets in hand. We just believe in that see ball, watch ball and hit ball concept.
Well, that's a good strike. Where's this gone? Look at that stand and deliver there from Raees Ali Shah. What a terrific piece of timing that was from this man. Big unit, but backs the punch.
Well, he held that pose for a couple of seconds. And I think it's pure timing on that occasion coming from the blade of Raees Ali Shah. We spoke about him, a replica of Dania Liaquat. We've seen him winning a game almost in the Emirates D50 contest, which happened last year against Abu Dhabi. He was playing for Sharjah at that time. The call is for 2. And they'll settle in for 1. End of 7, 83 for 4.
So Aryan will continue. 83 for 4. Usaid Amin will be on strike. 18 deliveries. Well, I like a prediction from you here, Rizwan. What do you think that the Blues will perhaps reach in their allotted 10 overs? Well, that's been nicely dispatched to the boundary. A full toss taken on the full and dispatched.
Yeah, easy pickings for a batter of Raees Ali's caliber. He just had to find that gap, and he finds it to perfection. A boundary to start off the over. This is where both the batters can maximize. And to answer your question, I think they would definitely look to go past that 120 run mark, which will give them the psychological advantage as well.
Well, at the toss, Khalid Shah did state that he's certainly looking at limiting the Blues to around that 110 to 115 run mark. But he also said that he has the firepower to even chase a score of about 135. And as he did rightly mention, that 159 score that was posted by Dubai a couple of days ago was almost chased down by Sharjah. Well, that's a very good stroke. Beautifully hit. That's into the stands. A terrific sweep there by Usaid Amin.
Well, let's have a look at that shot one more time. Well, he waited for that fractional second, Atiq. That's where he got the maximum out of the bat, getting that sweet connection, getting that right of the meat of the bat. This is the game awareness that I always talk about. Usaid Amin is raised on to 12 of just 4 deliveries. Ayan Afzal Khan under the pump. Let's bold him. He always finds a way to bounce back into the game. And he says no celebration, my friend.
Well, eyes on the prize there for Ayan Khan. He wants to get the job done. And the job is to see his team secure a place in the finals. And look at that delivery. Going in with the arm. Usaid Amin playing all around it. Well, he just came and went like the wind, didn't he? 12 of 5 balls for him. Blues now in a spot of bother. 6 down for 94. Four for 5, and it is the terrific Shahbaz Ali who walks in at number 7. Well, in all honesty, I'll tell you, Rizwan, I feel that perhaps Shahbaz is batting slightly lower than where he should be. He's one of the cleanest strikers of the cricket ball. Gets off the mark straight away. No, in fact, it's a dot ball in. So once again, creating the pressure of the Sharjah fielders.
That's because they have got so much of ammunition, Atiq. They have so many batters who've done extremely well throughout. And I can understand that. Uzair Khan missing out. Matiullah Khan has made his way. Final delivery. Shahbaz, will he find the fence? Swipes it across the line. Raees does well. Just a single. 8 overs done and dusted. 96 on board. We're in for final 2 overs.
Ninety-six for 5. Last 2 overs in. And Haider Razzaq comes into the attack. Went for 11 runs off his first over. Well, I remember having this conversation with you, Rizwan, last night with regards to Emirates Blues choice. If they're going with Matiullah Khan or with Uzair Khan. And we spoke about the fact of how crucial it might be to have that additional batter. Uzair Khan, one of the cleanest strikers of the cricket ball. But today, in fact, Blues have decided to go with the pace of Matiullah. And I think that had Uzair Khan been here now, they would have had that extra bit of cushion right now, isn't it?
Why, most certainly, why not? But I think, again, as a seam fast bowler, you wanted to have that experience of Matiullah. Maybe that could be the reason why they opted to go for Matiullah Khan. But Uzair Khan as well has been brilliant. Just looking at the field, deep point and wideish deep third outside the 30-yard circle for Awais Saifaz. This is chipped in the air. Fielder backpedaling and he holds on to it. Khalid Shah makes no mistake.
Well, he's not somebody who drops too many, isn't it? Khalid Shah was fully in control of the situation. Well, taking catches backpedaling is perhaps one of the toughest. In fact, that is another wicket. Shahbaz Ali departs. He doesn't make an impact. So Tahir Zaman, the new batter. Well, Emirates Blues slightly losing their way at the back end of the innings here. Wow. Oh, and what a way to announce his arrival at the crease. That was a terrific hit off the middle of the bat and some exercise there for umpire Sunij.
Well, that's the power of Pathan. Tahir Zaman. What a way to start the innings in the slot, and that's been pummeled outside the stadium. We've managed to recover that, but what a hit that was from Tahir Zaman.
Well, he's certainly back some serious power, Tahir Zaman. What a stroke that was off the middle of the bat. Give him a world of confidence. Very first ball. Haider Razzaq under pressure. Goes full this time. He's dug it down towards the mid-wicket region. They're pushing for a couple. Good piece of effort there in the deep. Well, that's the kind of effort that you certainly look forward to in your team, isn't it? When you're trying to limit the opposition wickets down, you need to try and stop those extra runs.
What a timely blow it was from Tahir Zaman. Absolutely magnificent. Right out of the screws. That was a massive hit. Full toss onto the pads. I don't know what Rithya was appealing for. Definitely missing the leg stump.
This is going way down the leg side there. Well, you need to have another set of stumps and he would still miss the leg stump there as well. 106 on the board. 7 deliveries remaining. Awais Ali Shah still out there in the middle. Well, this need to disappear as well. Good delivery, hitting the Yorker length. Good comeback there by Haider Razak. Well, he's gone for a plenty. 9th over comes to an end. 107 for 6 with 1 over to play. Beautiful pictures there of the background, the Sharjah Cricket Stadium, shining bright in the evening sky as that's a glorious hit off the pads. Tahir Zaman joins the party. What a stroke that was. That was almost a Yorker length. The difference there was Rizwan. He got back in and he managed to find the gap there.
Well, it did hit the toe end of the bat. Absolutely, as you rightly mentioned, didn't twine it. It's the muscular power of Tahir Zaman, who's managed to pick up a boundary of the first delivery. We were down the leg side, that will be a wide. He was lucky he didn't get his willow in time. That could have been another boundary.
Yeah, he'd surely believe he missed out there, didn't he, Tahir Zaman? That was going down the leg side. All he needed to do was get a bit of bat. No fielders in the deep. Sanjay Pahal has gone for a plenty. 21 runs of 1.1 overs. The Blues, can they finish it off on a high here? Another 10 to 15 runs. Give their bowler something to bowl at. Oh, that was mightily close. That was mightily close to that leg stump there is one.
Yeah, definitely missing the leg stump for sure. Very much close. He was trying to improvise something, trying to come up with a ram shot, and in the process, the scamper threw for one leg by.
Oh, good delivery. Brilliant Yorker once again. Sanjay Pahal has come back quite well here now. After being hit for a boundary of the very first ball. Well, this man is a real talent, isn't he? One of the best middle-order batters that I've seen here in this D series. And if you can certainly bowl Yorkers at will just like that, you'd certainly make a very, very good addition for any team you play.
Can be handy with the ball, can be absolutely magnificent with the bat, Sanjay Pahal. Full toss, that's been smoked. But the fielder will be a mere spectator. What a hit that was from Tahir Zaman. Oh my goodness gracious me.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, we are a good 85-90 yards away from the center of the pitch, covered by a thick glass, and we still heard the sound of the bat here into the combox. That was the kind of impact Tahir Zaman had on that delivery. What a shot that was. Flat batted it over covers this time, and the result remains the same. Well, this is some scintillating power.
What a shot one more time from Tahir Zaman. They've come with a plan, Team Emirates Blues. They lost those wickets, but they've managed to bounce back in the game. Sanjay Pahal, he's been taken to the cleaners here.
Well, he's gone for 33 runs of 11 deliveries. But this last over proving to be very, very beneficial for the Blues. Full toss again. Not timing it on that occasion, just a single. A single is all they get to the Emirates Blues. The innings fold. The Blues have managed to post a score of 126 for victory. Post a score of 127 for victory in their 10 overs. This is a brilliant batting performance. Right there towards the end, the last over, going for many runs as Tahir Zaman unleashes his fury. 126 for 6 is what the Emirates Blues have set. And Sharjah now need a target of 127 for victory if they are to secure themselves a spot in the finals tonight. So this is the batting card for Emirates Blues. Saurav Jangra getting bowled very first ball of Wasim Akram with an absolute jaffa. And after that, it was the Tanish Suri show. 36 of 19 balls. Aftab Alam getting dismissed cheaply. Dania Liaquat and Usaid Amin both coming up together. A bit of a cameo between both of them, and then Awais Ali Shah and Tahir Zaman put the finishing touches. 20 of 11 and 21 of 7 balls respectively helped to propel that score up to 125 for 6. With the bowlers, Wasim Akram, well, in spite of going for 23 runs, he did pick up those 2 crucial wickets, especially the wicket up front. Haider Razak 1 wicket, but the pick of the bowlers was that little youngster Ayan Afzal Khan. 3 wickets for 18 runs of his 2 overs. And he's certainly given Sharjah a ray of hope. A hope that his batters can certainly do the job and get themselves a final available spot to go up against Dubai tonight. So this is the highlights of the innings. Sharjah winning the toss, electing to bowl first, and started off with an absolute jaffa. Wasim Akram was at his brutal best. Then a few loose balls was capitalized beautifully there by Tanish Suri. Runs were coming thick and fast, and what magnificent strokes there by Tanish Suri himself. A couple of short arm jabs going a long way. Between wickets kept tumbling, and that was the fall of the set batter Tanish Suri. Lusaid Amin, he came and he started timing it beautifully from ball 1. And that was the wicket. And thereafter, wickets kept tumbling. And finally, right there towards the end, you had the likes of Tahir Zaman with that humongous 6 over mid-wicket before going flat batted over covers. Just to finish things off, Emirates Blues have posted 126 for 6. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the run chase of the Sharjah batting of the second semi-final 2 coming your way. Stay tuned.
It's showtime here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. The Emirates D10 semi-final number 2. It is Emirates Blue that are taking on Sharjah. 125 runs on the board for Emirates Blues. Can somehow Sharjah work a way out and chase it down, get that second finalist spot? Don't forget, Dubai have already qualified to the finals, winning that game against Abu Dhabi in semi-final 1. And that is where I feel that probably Emirates Blues have got 5 runs too many for the likings of Sharjah. The chase is still on. Certainly a very, very big moment, because you're going to be seeing the left and right and combination of Sharjah, and so much will pertain to those two very talented batters. One is a very skillful Raees Ahmed, who plays all round the ground, moves his left leg out of the equation, and on the contrary, his partner Khalid Shah, who likes to power it around the ground. Joining me in the comm box is a man who knows a little bit more than me about these players, Atiq Nizam.
Well, good evening to all our viewers. Well, good evening to you, Pranav. Well, what a game unfolding here before us. Sharjah in pursuit of 126 for victory, in pursuit of that final spot tonight against Dubai. These two will hold the keys for Team Sharjah. Khalid Shah and Raees Ahmed, 2 players who need no introduction. 2 of the most prolific run getters here in the UAE. 2 of UAE's most talented young stars who's represented the UAE national team at the highest level. Well, the onus certainly befalls on them.
Atiq, in this all-important semi-final number 2 of the Emirates D10, you have to say, despite the presence of Raees Ahmed and Khalid Shah, advantage Emirates Blue because runs on board.
Well, that is something that we cannot emphasize more on. And this is a question that I even brought up to the captains at the toss as well. A good delivery to begin with. Shahbaz Ali entrusted the duties with the new ball. And I did ask about this question, Pranav, to Khalid Shah at the toss, whether if he had any concerns with regards to chasing and the scoreboard pressure. And to that, his answer was that they back themselves, they back their strength. And Sharjah has done extremely well throughout the tournament chasing.
Now don't forget that they've done well on the back of Raees Ahmed and Khalid Shah. Either of them comes to the party. Looking to heave it across the line. Raees Ahmed misses a straight delivery from Shahbaz. What you get with Shahbaz is he's a very skiddy type of a bowler who likes to bring the ball into the arc of the right-hander.
He's one of the most skillful that I've seen here in the UAE domestic for a very long time, Pranav. This man has done it over and over again for his teams. He's done it in the Emirates D50. He's done it for his club. And he's one of those very talented individuals who can bowl those Yorkers at will. And those slower balls, watch out for that. Flicked off the pads this time. The Raees cover in the deep. So Raees Ahmed off the mark.
These first 12 deliveries, the power play, they're so important. And that is where you want to get off to a good start. The required run rate, which started at 12.5, 12.6, if I'm not making a mistake, has now climbed up to 13. And it's inching close to 13.5. And that is where you don't want to be missing out on deliveries to start off.
Yes, absolutely. These the power play overs will be a very crucial period of play here for Team Sharjah. Well, what happens, only time will tell. Khalid Shah now on strike. And straight away, trying to play across the line for a ball that's been going across him. Can be certainly flirting with danger there on that occasion. Khalid Shah has got to be quite careful.
Now, Atik, at the halfway mark, advantage, big advantage to Emirates Blues in a knockout. Runs on board make a big difference. But with the kind of start that Shahbaz has got to Emirates Blues, they're firm favourites at the moment.
Well, advancing down the pitch there. Well, what's happened? Why have they not taken a single on that occasion? Well, one thing that Sharjah has got to be wary about here, Pranav, is not make the same mistake that Ajman did. Trying to hit the ball too hard and in the process lose their shape. And we saw how the innings transpired for Abu Dhabi. And they've just got to be very careful in their approach here.
I think it's a no-brainer that in knockout games, a few dot balls and you tend to panic. As you can already see that just 5 deliveries into the semi-final number 2. Big shot on the leg side. Has it got the gap? Yes, it has. A big chase, but that chase is only going to be in vain because Khalid Shah has finally been able to unleash. He's got a boundary of the final delivery. First over done 5 without losing a wicket, Sharjah. Tahir Zaman got 20 not out of just 6 deliveries in the first innings. Now he has the ball in hand. Inside out, what a shot. What an incredible shot. Might not get to the boundary. But Raees and class is a different story that has been building here at Sharjah Cricket Stadium.
Well, he's a class, all right. Once again, just playing it on the up. Well, you need to be a serious player, isn't it, to play a shot like that. A ball just of a good length outside the off stump. Short and wide this time. A good delivery there by Tahir Zaman, generating some pace on that occasion.
With the kind of talent that Raees has, if I've been forced into a position where somebody needs to be batting for my life, I would certainly be choosing Raees.
Well, he'll need to bat for Sharjah here now. Down the leg side. Need to re-bowl that.
Who would you choose, Atik?
Well, are you asking me a general question or as to who the players out here on display are that will bat for my life? Well, here in the UAE, well, I can certainly promise you these two who's out there in the middle will definitely be on the top of my list. Well, why not? Why not? Why not would I want one of these two batters, especially Raees Ahmed, to bat for my life when he can hit shots like that?
Oh boy, when your life is at stake, you want to be sure. But I'm certainly sure that Raees Ahmed is the talent to watch out for. Look at that shot. It wasn't too short, but to still go after it and hit it straight down the ground for a maximum. Straight. He's not pulled it. He's tonged it straight down the ground. It's gone for a six towards long on. Wow. And he does it on a regular occasion.
Well, that's gonna have to be rebowled again. Tahir Zaman. Well, that's the pressure once you've been hit for a six. And this is the reason why I state that especially these two batters, they should not panic the moment there's a quiet over, just as it was in the last one. These two certainly have the capabilities to take apart any bowler, bring those 20-25 run overs with ease. That's the kind of quality that these two possess. Oh, beautifully bowled. That came in and swung in, but, well, is the wicketkeeper all right? Did he get a nasty blow on the face while trying to dive in and stop that ball? I hope he's all right.
He's in trouble. The ball did ricochet off his hand straight onto the chin.
Oh, that's nasty.
Tanish Suri looks to be in a little bit of a trouble. Has to be very courageous to be continuing to keep wickets.
Well, we'll have the standard concussion test. 15 for no loss.
Big in swinger from the bowler, and it ricocheted off the gloves onto the chin of Tanish Suri. He's a strong lad, certainly in a lot of pain, but he's going to be continuing with his duties. That's what you expect out of champions.
Well, no pain, no gain, they say. Tanish Suri, he's a fighter, that young man. Well, it's good to know that everything's all right, so good to proceed. Flicked off the pads, that's a boundary down to the fine leg region. The moment it passed the fielder at short fine, well, that was a certain boundary.
Just 5 runs from the first over. 15 of this one, still a ball to go. That's what you want from these two batters. A good start in the power play, and that eases the pressure down. They still need a boundary of the final delivery to make sure that it's a good start. For it to be a great start, it would have been somewhere close to 30. They can still get to 24-26. It's going to be a dot ball to wind that over up. 2 overs done, 20 without losing a wicket, Sharjah. It's time to float in the air. It's a floating power play. And that is where Sharjah, that haven't got the best of starts that they would have wanted, and they'll have an opportunity to capitalize and make it count, make it big in the floating power play. They would want at least 20 runs coming from this over of Shahbaz, who just gave away 5 runs in his first over.
Well, this is going to be a very crucial over under the circumstances. So with the floating power play being taken, it's just going to be very interesting to see if it's the right call against a bowler like Shahbaz Ali. Well, he's carved that, and he's carved that in style. Over point, that's a glorious hit there by Raees Ahmed.
2 things happening at the moment. One, Shahbaz is being bowled out. The very important Shahbaz. So he's not going to be available for the death overs. Second, Raees Ahmed is looking to capitalize with the reduction of swing in the 3rd over. If somehow Raees Ahmed and Khalid Shah can get probably close to 20 runs in this over, I think Blues will be in some serious trouble.
Well, there certainly will be. Raees is looking ominous here. He's been timing the ball beautifully. He's got a start. Now he's got to convert it to a big one, and a match-winning one at that. 7 runs coming off this over so far from Shahbaz Ali.
Almost get a feeling as if it's going to be going for a 6, or maybe Khalid Shah is going to be getting out because he's been quiet for a while. 8 or 5, that's not the kind of start that Khalid Shah gets generally. He's on most occasions striking at 250, 300. And that's where the floating power play, 7 runs of the first 3 deliveries, he'll be having that intent. At the moment, he's just swinging and not able to make that connection that he would want to have.
Well, this is again another reason why I feel, Pranav, that this decision to take the floating power play now is perhaps maybe a blunder on Sharjah's part, because Shahbaz Ali is bowling beautifully. Would have perhaps made a bit more sense to let Khalid Shah and Raees Ahmed settle down a little bit and then try and take the power play. Maybe Shahbaz Ali would have bowled out. 28 for no loss now. 2 more deliveries remaining. Well, he goes hard. Once again, he's found the boundary. Raees Ahmed is finding the boundaries at will. And that too again, Shahbaz Ali.
Very effective. Very, very effective. 12 runs coming from this over of Shahbaz. Raees would still want to finish it well, but a very good gem of a delivery being dispatched for a boundary. And that is something that you get with Raees Ahmed. Very different kind of a field. An extremely wide third that is going to be coming inside the circle. There is a sweeper cover. And there is a square leg. Almost get a feeling that probably Raees Ahmed is going to be looking to tonk it towards cow corner or deep mid-wicket. Maybe even long on. But he's going to be swinging it through the line. We'll have to reload that one, Shahbaz. Trying to bowl wide of Raees Ahmed.
32 for no loss, 33 for no loss now in fact with that wide. 1 more delivery remaining in the floating power play and to end Shahbaz Ali's spell as well. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a vital point to note, because the Blues will not have the services of Shahbaz Ali come the death overs. This is going to be a very crucial delivery, and I'd say take less risk. See him out. You've already found some runs in this over.
And I say go after him. Nudged around for a quick single, won't get it. Directed would have been a goner for Raees Ahmed. It's going to be finishing at 33 without losing a wicket at the end of the third over for Sharjah. Atiq Nizam feels that this is the moment in the game which can make or break the semi-final number 2. Big shot straight down the ground, lot of height, not a lot of distance. I think it's going to be a goner. You're absolutely spot on, Atiq Nizam. Danial Liaquat flighted just outside the off stump. Khalid Shah goes after it and it's caught at long off.
What have you done, Khalid Shah? What have you done? Very first ball outside the off stump. Well, we just felt that he's going to be enticed to go after the left arm spinner. And he does exactly that. Caught in the deep at long on. Awais does not make a mistake. This is a huge, huge moment in the game. Sharjah lose their captain. It's 33 for 1.
Danial Liaquat has picked up gold on the very first delivery of his. It's the big wicket of Khalid Shah, who's already gone back to the dugout. In comes Mohammad Halan. A lot of expectations from Mohammad Halan. Sharjah are in a little bit of bother. The required run rate past 13.5. Danial Liaquat is a tricky customer. Very intelligent, very smart.
Well, he's known to be a partnership breaker, Danial Liaquat. Well, providing the goods with the ball of the very first ball of his spell to dismiss the captain. Mohammad Halan starts off with an enterprising sweep towards the square leg region to get off the mark.
Where is the boundary options, Atiq? Where is the boundary options?
Well, with left arm spinner coming in, there is a sweeper cover in place. So I believe that Raees Ahmed might go square on the offside or finer down towards the fine leg region. He's very good with spin, is Raees Ahmed. But Mohammad Halan, well, he's a very strong player on the offside, I'll tell you. So Danial Liaquat has got to make sure that he doesn't give that room to the right-hander. Just look at the field now. They've got a third man, a point, and a fielder around that gully region. And look at that, beautifully swept. Well, that's what I was talking about. That sweep behind the leg side, behind the square leg region, will certainly prove to be quite beneficial here.
What was good about that shot that he was not looking to paddle it. He was looking to sweep and sweep hard. And that is where a little bit of bat and some power on the ball as well. It was bowled very slow through the air by Daniel Liaquat. But then still just 6 runs from this over of Daniel Liaquat, and he's got that wicket of Khalid Shah. Mohammad Halan will be looking for another boundary. Once again heaved on the leg side, but this one's going to just be a dot ball at short fine. 4 overs done, 39 for the loss of 1 Sharjah. Just 6 runs and a wicket in that over of Daniel Liaquat. Won't be wrong in saying, Atiq, that Sharjah are in a little bit of a bother. The required run rate just close to 15. Arvind cut really well. Player in the deep does extremely well. I think Arvind is just going to be getting a couple of runs. My most important question, Atiq, at the moment, Ritya, we do know that he can be very, very destructive, and if he bats all these remaining allocated overs, he can be very effective. Along with him is Mohammad Halan. But who else are we looking at?
Well, there is another very destructive batter in the dugout waiting for his chance. That is Sanjay Pahal. Oh, hit hard back at the bowler. Down towards mid off, a quick single been taken. So Sanjay Pahal, Keshav Sharma yet to come into bat, both quite destructive. But Sanjay Pahal, he's been one of the most consistent batters in this Emirates D10 as well. So they've still got some firepower in the dugout. But these two will need to play at least the next 2 to 3 overs and get some runs on the board here. They need to try and bring that required runs below 50.
Need a boundary. Big shot. Fielder in the deep, just a spectator. One bounce into the ropes. Ritya Arvind. Watch out for that player. Ritya Arvind and Mohammad Halan are making a show. That Sharjah are loving it in the middle.
What a stroke. That's a magnificent stroke there. Brilliant shot there by Ritya Arvind. I beg your pardon, in fact, that's Mohammad Halan cracking that through the mid-wicket region. And as we see, Mr. Khalaf Bukhatir in the dugout and in the stadium. Mr. Khalaf Bukhatir, well, what a gentleman he's been for the UAE cricket system. His father, Mr. Bukhatir, has been an integral part of providing us this lovely facility, the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. And now his son, Mr. Khalaf Bukhatir, very, very interested with regards to the development of cricket here in the UAE. He's with the team here in the dugout. We sincerely are honored to have the company of Mr. Khalaf Bukhatir. Well, this has been skied. Fielder coming under. Will the catch be taken? It is taken. This is a big, big wicket. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Ritya Arvind who has to walk back to the dugout. Sharjah now in the back foot. This is a massive moment in the game.
Shahbaz has been a thorn in the life of Ritya Arvind, first with the ball in hand and now holding on to that catch in the deep. Matiullah has been splendid with the ball, and both together are able to send Ritya Arvind back to the dugout. 25 runs for Ritya Arvind in 16 deliveries as Sharjah lose their second.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pranav. This is, I believe, the last throw in the dice here for Sharjah. For Sharjah. Sanjay Pahel and Mohammad Halan, they've got to do the bulk of the scoring. Yes, there is Raees Ahmed yet to come into bat. There is the likes of Keshav Sharma who's yet to come into bat. But these two batters' presence out in the middle for Sharjah will be crucial. Last ball of the over. Oh, mistiming it. Fielder just not able to get to it. Sanjay Pahel survives off the very first ball. A bit of a scare on that occasion. Matiullah Khan, what a start. 9 runs and the big wicket of Rithya Aravind. At the halfway stage, Sharjah slightly stuttering at 48 for 2. Eight for 2. And it's Daniel Liaquat who bowled a brilliant first over. Will continue on to his second. Well, these two will certainly hold the key now. Sanjay Pahel and Mohammad Halan. It's getting steeper and steeper with every passing ball. Now close to 16 runs and over is the required rate. Well, mistiming it there again in the air, but it's in the gap. The fielder is brilliantly. Once again saving a couple of runs for the team. The 50 comes up for Sharjah. It's 51 for 2. As I welcome my co-commentator here in the comm box, Rizwanur Rahman, who's taken a quick break. Rizwan, welcome. Well, game certainly seems to be slipping away, isn't it?
Most certainly. Full toss played towards the fine leg. Will it find the fence? Yes, it does. Welcome boundary for Sharjah. And as you rightly mentioned, I think they do have that belief that they can chase it down. It's all about one good over. But the fielding has been brilliant from Emirates Blues. They've been absolutely spot on.
Well, once again, showing us why they are on number 2 on the table, aren't they, the Emirates Blues? They've been brilliant with the ball today. Well, this is kite. There's another chance. Fielder coming under, but it falls in no man's land. So the two batters have certainly struggled to get going here. Sanjay Pahel and Mohammad Halan. They've not been at their brutal best.
Well, this will be interesting. Sanjay Pahel is going to go after Daniel Liaquat. Didn't quite get underneath that ball. He'll be gutted. Team Blues are doing exceptionally well. They're keeping runs at bay. 70 required of 26 deliveries. In fact, 25 now.
Well, this over once again just going for 9 runs so far. One more delivery remaining. This ball has got to be a boundary for Sharjah's sake. Quicker one. Staying low there. Well, a dot ball. Sharjah. Well, they seem to be huffing and puffing now on the required rate, touching 17 plus. 6 done, 57 for 2. 57 for 2. And it's going to be Raees who starts off with a wide. Well, this has got to be the over, isn't it, Rizwan? That has got to go for at least 15-20 runs.
Maximum number 1 from Sanjay Pahal. No, it is. I thought for a second it was sailing over the boundary ropes. Usse, the mean, has pulled it out of thin air.
And he saved 5 runs for his team in the process. Well, this is the kind of quality. Look at that for an effort. Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant. That is Superman. Well, that is Superman here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. He was literally airborne when he made contact with the ball to keep it inside the field of play. What an effort that was.
That will be a boundary. What a great effort from Usse Amin earlier on. Halan and Sanjay Pahal. Probably they'll be looking at about 10 maximums. I think that's the only way they'll be able to chase this down.
Well, if there's anybody who's capable of doing it, these two certainly are. Raees Ahmed, who's yet to come into bat, can throw the bat around as well. But Mohammad Halan, well, he's going nicely, isn't he? 21 of 11. Oh, good delivery. Look at that. Nothing much as a batter you could do. Firing that into the block hole. The Blues have been fantastic with the ball.
Not just with the ball, with the bat as well as in the fielding department. They've been absolutely flawless. Didn't quite time it. Fielder settling underneath it and the catch will be taken. Wicket number 3 for Sharjah. Raees Ali picks up Shahbaz Ali. Indian comfortably taking it.
Well, it's beginning to go downhill now here for Team Sharjah. Mohammad Halan. Well, after that worried 21 of 13 balls, once again, we find Shahbaz Ali in the midst of the action, taking a very good catch in the deep. 4 boundaries to his name. Well, he's done and dusted. 63 for 4. Well, 63 for 3. And Little Jumbo walks into bat. It's Raees Ahmed, the hard-hitting right-handed batter, who scored a brilliant 66 a couple of nights ago. He was in red-hot form and he'll need to do a repetition of that. And if he can do a repetition of that, well, you'll need only another 63 runs to win. 20 deliveries remaining. Starts off blasting it through the offside and he gets a boundary first ball. Well, Raees Ahmed announces his arrival in the big stage.
Well, straight away into action is Raees Ahmed. We've known he can bat really well. Just waited for the delivery. And Raees feeding that into his hitting arc and gets a boundary.
Last ball of the over. Well, he's now found another boundary. Well, rather streakily, not fully in control on that occasion, Raees Ahmed. But the secret there was he did open the face of the bat to get it finer and gets a boundary in the process. 14 runs come off that over. Some respite here for Team Sharjah. 7 done, it's 71 for 3. It's 71 for 3. The Blues, well, they have one more trump card up their sleeve in the form of Matiullah Khan. He's got one more over remaining. And he's going to go up against Sanjay Pahal, who's on strike. Smashing it right back there. It'll just be a single though. Well, very unlike Sanjay Pahal here so far is one. He's on 5 of 5. He's usually somebody who gets off to a rollicking start. But Raees Ahmed, he will hold the keys, isn't it?
Well, I think I'll go back to the same question. I think it's a semi-final, it's a knockout stage. Both the teams, the previous one as well, Abu Dhabi winning the toss, they opted to bowl first. I mean, I would want to put runs on board, given it's the semi-finals. Oh, that's a big hit. That's a massive hit. That's gone all the way for a maximum.
What a hit. What a brilliant hit there from the Jumbo. He's dispatched that off his presence. It was on the hip. And anything around that length, I'll tell you, Raees Ahmed will feast on you. That was a seriously massive stroke there by Raees Ahmed. He's off to 14 of 3 balls, striking it at 400. And that's what you need. That's what Sharjah needs at this stage. And Raees Ahmed is providing the impetus.
They need more of them, more of those big shots. Raees Ahmed, can he be the game changer? Slow one, just didn't get underneath that delivery. It will just be a single. Matiullah will be relieved. And Sanjay Pahal will have to find a couple of them here. As I tell you what, that required run rate going over 18 runs and over. 3 deliveries to play with. Can they get at least 10 here?
Well, they've already managed to find 7 of the first 2 balls. They need a 20-run over here at this stage. Blasting it through the cover region. Fielder will cut it off once again. Sanjay Pahal struggling to find the gaps.
They've just not been able to find those gaps, as you rightly mentioned. We know he's a clean striker of cricket ball, but that effort from Musaid Amin was absolutely magnificent. And it's just given that responsibility to Raees Ahmed, who's fighting tooth and nail here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium. It's the semi-final number 2 underway. Dubai have registered their spot in the final. 46 required of 14 deliveries. Full toss. That's been happened. That is a maximum. He's keeping hopes alive, Raees Ahmed.
What a player. What a champion this man is. Raees Ahmed is turning the heat on here at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium amongst some valuable dignitaries within our presence. The likes of Khalaf Bukhatir. Certainly excited with this onslaught here by this little champion. 21 of 5 balls, another 40 required of 21, 13 deliveries. And this over, 15 runs have come off it. But they need another 6. They need this one to disappear out of the park. Matiullah Khan, well, the plan is, I'm sure it's simple, isn't it? Just try and go for that wide yorker on the offside.
This time towards the offside. 6 more for Raees Ahmed. They're still in this contest. Well, it's all happening here.
What an innings. What a brilliant innings this is turning out to be from Raees Ahmed. Striking it at 450. Well, the plan was right there by Matiullah, going for that wide york on the offside. But then once again, this is the game of angles, isn't it? You miss your mark by a fraction and you will be hit for margin out of the park. 8 overs done, 92 for 3. Game on, ladies and gentlemen.
4 required of 12 deliveries. Quite possible in the cricket shortest format. Tahir Zaman into the action from the Sharjah Cricket Academy end. Sanjay Pahal launches, but is it good enough? Oh, look at that catch! Look at that catch! Raees Ali Shah. He picks up a blinder.
Picking up one in thin air there on that occasion. Well, that was travelling. That was travelling for a 6. Just look at that for a catch. Making that jump to perfection on that occasion. And Sanjay Pahal, who did seem to be struggling to get going, departs. That's a brilliant catch there in the deep by Raees Ali Shah. Blues bounce back. Another 34 more required of 11 balls as Sanjay departs. Ayan Afzal Khan at number 6. The question here that's running in everybody's minds right now, Rizwan Rahman. Was that the catch for the Emirates Blues that would perhaps help them secure a spot in the finals? That was a piece of brilliance, wasn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Talk about the effort in the field. We've seen a save by Usaid Amin and then that brilliant effort by Raees Ali Shah. Ayan Afzal Khan out at the centre. Wayward delivery. He gets the lower end of the bat and that will land safely. The call is for 2 and they pick up quite comfortably. And Team Sharjah would certainly want Raees Ahmed to take as much as strike as possible.
Well, I was just about to say that as well. Emirates Blues, they'll be happy with this result to give that couple of runs away as long as they can keep Raees Ahmed at bay. But keep him at the non-strikers end, because as long as you keep him at the non-strikers end, there's nothing much that he could do. So Ayan Afzal Khan, well, he's got to go after it. Down the leg side. Well, that is very, very sloppy. As they've gone for extras, well, they once again come for a couple. And that's 3 additional runs been added to the tally.
You can't do that. You cannot do that at this juncture of the game. Every single run matters. It's the pressure. It's certainly the pressure. Tahir Zaman trying to come up with a off-pace delivery was completely wavered. We're back live. Squeezed it past. That will be cut off. Aftab, I thought for a second that was racing towards the boundary fence.
Well, yes, there's a field that been placed very, very fine. Just right to the short third man fielder. That could have easily been a boundary, but not to be so. This turning out to be a very good OA with the Tahir Zaman. Alright, Raees Ahmed now on strike. 27 of 6 balls. Oh, misses out. Misses out. Well, they say the penultimate over becomes the most important over in a run chase like this, and Tahir Zaman is certainly delivering the goods in style.
Well, he certainly missed out on that. He will be gutted with that. Can Ayan Afzal Khan pick up a maximum here? They need to keep it at least under 20 runs. 2 deliveries left. Didn't quite hit it right off the meat of the bat and will fall safe. Usaid Amin does well. It'll just be a single. They were in catch-22 situation whether to go after that second run. Raees denies it. And rightly so. Probably a maximum is what he would be desperately looking off this final delivery.
Well, I'll tell you what. This over, one more delivery remaining. This ball has got to be out of the park. And Raees Ahmed swivels across and he does get a maximum. Game still very, very much on, ladies and gentlemen. The 100 comes up for Team Sharjah. 9th over, done and dusted. Game on here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, absolutely game on. Look at that shot. The transfer of weight of the back foot and that swivel pull Raees Ahmed, you beauty, still in contention for the final. 9 overs done and dusted, 106 for 4, 20 required.
Who's the bowler? Well, this is an interesting move. Awais Ali has been entrusted to bowl the last over of the innings, 20 required. Comes down the track. Has he managed to hit it? He's managed to smash this out of the park. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, Rizwanur Rahman? 14 runs required of 5 deliveries. That was a tremendous shot.
There was a massive blow from Ayan Afzal Khan. Walks down the surface, the wonder boy of Sharjah. He's got plenty of it, 6 runs. Now the equation is very much in control. 14 required of 5 deliveries.
What a game we are having here at the Sharjah Stadium. Semi-final number 2, very much alive. We're down to the last 5 balls. Ayan Khan comes down the track. And it's just gonna be a single. Rizwanur Rahman, 13 deliveries. I beg your pardon, 4 deliveries, 13 runs to get. Well, you need to back yourself right now, isn't it? Raees Ahmed on strike. Good delivery once again, hitting the block hole. And they'll just get a single.
Well, it's all about 2 maximums. Just 2 maximums required. That will be running on the back of Ayan Afzal Khan's mind. What Awais will look is for the Yorkers.
Well, he goes hard. Is it in the gap? No, it's not in the gap. They'll get a couple of runs. Well, this is turning out to be a brilliant over here by Awais Ali. 10 now required of 2 deliveries. Well, equation simple. This has got to be a boundary. Well, he's missed out. Can you believe it? Ladies and gentlemen? Sharjah. Well, they will fall short. 1 delivery remaining with 9 runs. Well, all they've got to do is just bowl 1 legal delivery.
Yeah, just misses out on that occasion, Ayan Afzal Khan. They just have to bowl a legal delivery. And there it is. That legal delivery comes off. And that will be a boundary. Sharjah falls short. Emirates Blues qualifies for the grand finale up against Team Dubai. What a game we've witnessed here in semi-final number 2.
Well, I'd say spare a thought. Raees Ahmed, he was derived of the strike in the last couple of overs. Well, had he been taken the most amount of strike, the equation might have been different. Well, this is how the game goes. This is how the story has evolved. For Team Sharjah, unfortunately missing out on a spot in that finals by the barest of margins. And that has been the story of the tournament. But Emirates Blues, huge kudos to them, holding their nerve right towards the very last ball and finally emerging, finally deserving a chance in the finals, and they've done exactly that.
A semi-final worthy of a semi-final. Handshakes all over. It has been absolutely magnificent. Commiserations to Team Sharjah. They just could not cross the line, and Emirates Blues win a nail-biter. They win by 4 runs. It has been complete team effort. It goes without saying, it's the fielding effort. Usaid Amin and Awais Ali Shah, who were absolutely magnificent in the field.
Well, just to add to that, just remember that boundary, that perhaps that 6, they win by 4 runs. It was perhaps that one effort in the deep that saved those extra additional 4 to 5 runs. That was the difference between the 2 teams. That is why they say the ground fielding becomes so crucial in these games. And Sharjah unfortunately miss out, but by the barest of margins.
Ritya Arvind contributed 25 of 16. Khalid Shah was not It was slightly off color at the beginning. Halan contributing 21 of 13, but that was Raees Ahmed who brought them back into the game, 39 of 10, and Ayan Khan chipping in with 14 of 7 deliveries.
What a game we've had here. Well, we'll have a look at the bowling card. Well, that's a group of superstars right there. Shahbaz Ali going wicketless, but I'll tell you, he is the one who set the tempo up front with a brilliant spell of the first 2 overs. Just going for 17 runs, wicketless, but Tahir Zaman, Dania Liaquat, Matiullah Khan, Raees Ali Shah, all picking up a wicket apiece and making sure it was a team effort that got them through over the line. Well, this was the highlights of the innings. Once again, Sharjah winning the toss, electing to bowl first, chasing a target just that was beyond the reach. Started off quite well. Khalid Shah, his inability tonight to clear the boundary was the biggest gamble that the Sharjah team management perhaps did not take into account. That proved to be quite costly. Ritya Aravind, while he lasted, looked extremely good out there. Played some glorious strokes around the park. And the likes of Mohammad Halan, who came into bat, he was stroking it beautifully. Got a start.
Hello. Check,
Caught
mic.
out in the deep.
Hello.
Then it was the big man show. It was Raees Ahmed. While he lasted, well, Sharjah believed. Everybody believed. He played some glorious strokes to all parts of the park. But unfortunately for Team Sharjah, right there towards the end overs, he was perhaps deprived of strike. And in the process, just Sharjah falling short by a few runs. But what a scintillating effort that was from Raees Ahmed. Certainly a champion in the making. A special talent is this young man. But huge congratulations to Emirates Blues. They will be playing the finals tonight against Dubai in this Emirates D10 2026. 2 teams going head to head, with Emirates Blues emerging victorious in the last over. Match summary: Emirates Blues batting first, scoring 125 for 6. Danish Suri provided the impetus with the bat. 36 of 19 balls with Tahir Zaman with a late flurry of boundaries. 21 of 7, and Dania Liaquat, that breezy 18 of 9, held them to get to that 125 score. Very good bowling performance by Ayan Khan, Wasim Akram and Haider Razak, all getting amongst the wickets. And in response, Sharjah 121 for 4, and all thanks to that brilliance from Raees Ahmed with the bat right there at the end. Well, that's the game done and dusted. Semi-final number 2 complete, and now we will go right out where we will have Pranav Mehta for the post-match presentation. Stay
Welcome to the post-match presentation of semi-final number 2 of the Emirates D10. It was a game between Emirates Blues versus Sharjah. And certainly in a nail-biter, Emirates Blues have prevailed their nerves. Put into bat first, Emirates Blues got 126 for the loss of 6. And Sharjah just couldn't get a great start, and that's where, even with the heroics towards the end, were wrapped by 5 runs short to the total. Few notable performances. Tanish Suri got 36 of 17 deliveries. Daniel Liaquat 18 of 9 and 1 wicket for him. Awais Ali Shah 14 and a wicket. Tahir Zaman 21 not out of just 7 deliveries with a wicket to his name. Ayan Khan got 3 wickets and 18 not out. Vritya was great with the bat. Halan, Raees Ahmed, everybody contributed in a game which was close to 250 runs on the board in total in 2 overs. But most importantly, the player of the match, just before we say that, introducing the guest who is going to be giving the player of the match, it is a senior statesman, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, who's also the match referee for the evening. It couldn't be anybody else with the all-round capabilities of Tahir Zaman, who scored a brilliant 21 not out of just 7 deliveries towards the end to make sure Emirates Blues got to 126 and then bowled those crucial overs and picking up a wicket as well. ताहिर सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद कितना अच्छा लग रहा है फाइनल में एंटर होके
थैंक यू बहुत शुक्रिया बहुत अच्छा लगा क्योंकि बड़ा मैच था सेमीफाइनल और अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ऑलराउंडर परफॉर्मेंस किया मैन ऑफ द मैच मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा
अब एमिरेट्स ब्लूज़ को बहुत बड़ी स्टार्ट नहीं मिली थी आखिरी में जो आपके 7 बॉल जो आपने खेले हैं 21 रन माशाल्लाह वो बहुत मायने रखते थे क्योंकि उसके बिना आप 126 पे नहीं पहुंचने वाले थे
जी बिल्कुल अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मैं जिधर भी मौका मिल सकता है मुझे इंशाल्लाह मैं ये कोशिश करता हूँ कि एक बॉल पे मैं बाउंड्री टीम के लिए इंशाल्लाह ले आ सकता हूँ क्योंकि टीम के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी पड़ता है डेथ ओवर में स्पेशली लास्ट 6-7 बॉल होता है तो मैच विन और हारने का बॉलिंग होता है
आपने बॉलिंग भी बहुत बढ़िया की आपको 29 रन पड़े लेकिन आपने जो वो एक विकेट ली वो बहुत मायने रखते हैं कितना प्रेशर था जब आप बॉलिंग में आए
जी बिल्कुल प्रेशर नहीं था अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह क्योंकि कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ा था अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह क्योंकि बैट्समैन वो भी बहुत अच्छे थे संजय भाई और रईस दोनों डेंजरस प्लेयर भी थे लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह मुझे ये फील नहीं होता कि ये बड़े प्लेयर है रिस्पेक्ट करता हूँ लेकिन अपने बॉलिंग पे बहुत भरोसा है
ताहिर सबसे पहले आखिरी ओवर की बात करेंगे 20 रन चाहिए तो दूसरी टीम को पहले बॉल पे छक्का लग गया था तब क्या चल रहा था दिमाग में आपको लग रहा था कि आपकी टीम जीत जाएगी वहाँ पे
जी बिल्कुल दिल में ये था कि अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हम जीतने वाले क्योंकि चेसिंग में बहुत मुश्किल पड़ता है फिर भी पहले बॉल पे छक्का लगा रहा लेकिन फिर भी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह अवैस ने जो बॉलिंग की आउटस्टैंडिंग बॉलिंग की
आखिरी क्वेश्चन मैन ऑफ द मैच किसको देना चाहते हैं किसको डेडिकेट करना चाहते हैं आप
मैन ऑफ द मैच मेरा एक दोस्त है हमारा सीनियर है हमारा उस्ताद है हमारा भाई मतीउल्लाह खान उसके नाम पे करता हूँ
बेस्ट ऑफ लक फाइनल के लिए उम्मीद करते हैं कि और स्टनिंग परफॉर्मेंस निकलेगी फाइनल में
इंशाल्लाह ज़रूर
Thank you very much. The player of the moment, the player of the match, Tahir Zaman, 21 not out of just 7 deliveries towards the end, making sure that his team got to the total that they were looking for and then picking up a wicket as well while bowling in the second innings. Emirates Blues are in the finale. They're going to be facing Dubai in moments from now. It's going to be a clinch thriller because 2 sides that are going to be dressed in blue are going to be locking horns and both the sides are star-studded. You don't want to be missing out on that contest. We are done with the semi-finals. It's time for the finale in moments from now. Stay tuned for lots more action from the Sharjah Cricket Stadium.